Hi.
Hello, good evening.
How are
How are
you?
you? Amazing. How about you?
Good evening. I'm superb.
And how did your day go?
Day was also fine.
It was fine. Did you
Yes.
have your dinner? Done with your dinner?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay, I'm already done. I eat very early.
You have done with your dinner?
Yes, I have finished my dinner.
Okay, that's so good. I mean, before 8.
Oh yeah, I usually have it at like 6 or 7. Also, I take classes till 10, no? So I can't eat dinner at like 10 or something.
Okay, so like, do you feel taking classes after your dinner?
Yeah, okay, I agree. I accept it's hard. You know, there are some days that I eat really tasty food, okay?
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, like it's hard. I would accept that I have to be like, oh, I'm feeling lazy. But once I start talking like 2 minutes into the class, then I'm like, okay, now I can talk. But I get lazy like 2 minutes before the class. I just want to sleep and like die.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, sometimes when you eat like heavy food or something in dinner, that time like you feel like, okay, now I want to sleep, or I just want to lie down on the bed. I don't want to do anything.
Mhm. Yeah, it is like that, really. So I'm like, okay. And sometimes when I have like heavy lunch, that time it's very difficult to work. In the afternoon, especially, it's afternoon, like the heat is on.
It's like we should turn on the like fan, cooler, AC, whatever it is, and we just we just take
I
rest.
have not got a fan in my room. Like so when we shifted to this house, I told I don't want a fan in my room because I just find it scary. I feel like it will fall on me. I don't know if other people have this fear, but I do.
This is the strangest. Like this should be count as a rational fear.
Very good, very good. Yes,
Like,
yes.
it's made by you only, and you. I think this is the first time I'm hearing from someone that you are scared of fan that it will fall down on you.
I always feel that, and I'm like, oh, it's really ugly. It's going to fall on me. This monster. I'm just like that, and I suffer. I suffer because it's hot. Okay, it's hot in summer, and I just tell everybody I don't feel hot, but I'm dying.
Exactly. So how do you manage to sleep without fan?
You won't believe it, but I sleep with my blanket even in summer without the fan.
You are the
Yeah,
strangest person I have ever seen in my entire life. Now,
I
come on.
really, yeah, you're right. I do have some really strange habits that freaks me out too, but I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm used to it.
That's that's really strange. So, like, do you take walk after your dinner, or you just start like taking classes just after your dinner?
No, so I eat pretty early, like 6:30, and then I actually speak to a few friends of mine because
Okay.
I don't get any other time of the day. And then I sit to prepare for class for like an hour or something. I just study English, and I really like it. And then I just like
Okay. Then when do you practice your French?
in the night, like after classes.
Such a hardworking person. Like, how do you manage
Right.
to balance everything? It's too difficult. Come on.
No, I really think that to keep your mind good, healthy, and active, you need to do different things and like keep doing them. I'm not saying over stress yourself, but I personally think it keeps you very in a good state of mind. When you like sometimes you worry about unnecessary things and you think too much,
Yeah.
what's not required. I don't have the time to think unnecessarily. Imagine like if you said something really hurtful to me, I don't have the space to think about it. So I'm just going to like forgive you and move on with my life. Something like that.
God, wow. Like what a super coincidence. Today itself, I talked with one of my friend and he was like, I have a habit of overthinking. I don't know, like I think too much. And I advise him to like keep yourself busy or try doing some different activities. And trust me, you will get rid of these habits. And yeah.
Okay, so what are the other advices? Like, what if, say, you had the problem of overthinking? Okay, so just like try to empathize with this person. What are the kind of advices that you would give yourself? Because you know your personality, right? And you know advices are different for everybody. So, what would you advise yourself?
Okay, so overthink comes in a picture like, or we do overthink when we have idle time. That's what I think, especially. And I think when we're going to sleep, that time maybe we overthink, because that time we think about our whole day, like what we have done, what are we gonna do in the future or the next day. So that time we overthink, and to avoid those things, I try to watch something so that I can divert my mind. Or like I have decided in my mind that I just need to like enjoy whatever is right now, whatever is going on in my life. I should leave the moment and I should not think about the future. Otherwise, it will it will help, or it will push me to overthink again and again. So these are the things, like I try to divert myself as much as I can, or else I try to speak to my mom. I try to message someone so that like someone would start something and
Mhm.
we can have a conversation, something like that. Just try to divert my mind. That's the only thing I
Uh,
do.
Okay, that is also one very good way to just divert your mind. So people usually take two approaches of what I know. One, people will like head on face it and like try to approach every single issue and sort it on. And the second way is to probably just ignore it. Sometimes
Mm.
when you just think this is useless and not pay attention to it, even that is a great way of dealing with it.
Yeah, exactly. You can just simply ignore it. I think uh like solving each and every issue is quite difficult for me. I think I will not be able to do that. So I would also choose a second one option, that
Yeah,
is yeah,
yeah, I
ignore
would
it.
also choose the second option.
I would
um,
also choose the second option.
Correct. Yes, I think it does make sense because solving each thought would be very exhausting.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, that also leads to overthinking a lot. I mean, how can I solve this problem? What if I won't get solution, or what if it won't like work for me, and all
mm,
these things. So
yeah. Then you start thinking about multiple consequences, and the chain is so. For some people, it must be so hard. Like I know because I've spoken to them. I really can't imagine how they deal with it. It's quite hard, I would say.
yes, absolutely. I also think so. And like as you have mentioned, you talk to your friends and then you prepare for your classes, or you just, I mean, you said like you study English or something like that.
Yeah, I really like to study because that way I just learn new things, and I don't tend to focus too much on something that's probably not required, or I don't have to you know so even if you tell me, hey, think about this issue, I'll probably have to schedule it, that okay, from this time
Oh
this
my
time
god.
I have to think. Yeah, it is like that because it's sometimes you're just like a robot. But okay, but a cute robot, so it's fine.
Oh my god. Absolutely. And I think your schedule is fully packed, so you are not able to. That's absolutely right.
Nice, but
What my question was actually maybe I was thinking in the morning or in the afternoon, like how do you able to manage these things? I don't know, maybe I was watching one of our conversation, and that's why the question came into my mind, and like I should ask you now, otherwise I'll forget it. So my question was, see, you don't seriously like start with a topic, right? Like we are having a general conversation right now, and we didn't even mention the topic,
mm,
right? So every day we follow the same procedure.
yeah.
Now every time you ask me different questions. So like how do you manage to maintain that I have already asked these questions to this learner, so I should not repeat those questions in the next class? So like what's your strategy?
Okay.
I really want to know.
Okay, you're smart. Yeah, I do that. The thing is, it's not that I've written anything down anyway. I have a set of questions that I keep researching, and like some are really fun, some are very serious because I love philosophy. So I do get into, like, if I have a personal comfort zone with someone, I know that Arushi doesn't take offense if I ask her something personal. So I do ask even personal questions. And the thing is, I when I speak to you, I actually have a connect with you. So my intention is not to just teach you the language, but I have to get to know you as a person. It also helps me in giving you solutions accordingly. You know, the solutions are also a lot based on the personality of an individual. I can't be very open and honest with someone who might be very scared to speak at first. I can't be like, oh, you're speaking really bad, you know. But there's some people who like it. You can tell them that you speak horrible, so it motivates them to speak better.
Absolutely.
So understanding that personality and building that connection is very, very important for me. And that's why I don't usually forget. Like, once or twice I might have an overlap, but I don't usually forget any conversation I've had with anyone. Like, it'll probably replay in my head that, okay, I've spoken. And sometimes I learn a lot from the people I talk to. Okay, like, they don't know because they think I'm the teacher. But I actually learn a lot. There's some people who make me really emotional because they tell me about the stories and how they deal with life. So it's really good. I get very engaged, like, with the people I speak to, you know. So I'm like, okay, crazy.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I do like to remember a lot of stuff because I study a lot of things. I think it's become a bit of that yeah, Jheel, you can remember kind of a thing for me.
Oh my God. I mean, actually, you're such a gem of a person, because I think every day you must be taking like 5 to 6 classes or sessions.
Yeah, I take six,
And I
four or
think,
six.
yeah, I think it is not necessary that you will come across with the same person next day, right? The
Mm.
people can change, learners can change, and still, like, you manage to ask every time new questions. And I think for me only, you didn't repeat any question with me. I think ever since I have started taking sessions with you, and that's so amazing. Though the questions are not related to the topic, general questions, but you still don't repeat those questions.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy that you acknowledge my efforts, and it really is so special because when you put in so much efforts and someone acknowledges, it really feels nice, and I feel like doing more. You know, yeah.
Exactly. I mean,
And
it like, I can see that you also do hard work. Like, you're just not taking sessions because it's your job. I think you are doing it with the interest, and that's why people are much interested in talking to you. Actually, that's
that's
why.
good to know. I actually love teaching a lot. I kind of, the thing is, for me in my personal life, my mentors have made a huge difference in my life. Like 90% of my life, I owe it to them. You know, my parents are my mentors. So, but more than my parents, my mentors. You know, I'm not afraid to say that. So, it is my duty to try and give some of it back. You know, so it's just that.
That's so sweet. I don't know, like, whether you have watched any of your video on YouTube or not, but I would highly recommend you. Like,
I
I
feel
know you're
shy.
so busy, but whenever you get time, please watch. And at least this conversation, please, like, ask your parents to watch on YouTube. They would feel so proud of you.
Honestly, like, I'm very shy to tell my parents, you know, like, I don't
Oh,
tell them that I take classes or something like that. It's just that they saw me like dressed up at 10 in the night, and they're like, is something wrong with you? Like you're in formals and everything else, because I used to wear shirts before. Then I told them.
okay, okay. So you're doing everything secretly.
A bit, but yeah, now they know. I'm really shy to just like tell that I take extra, and my mom gets worried that, oh, you're taking classes, you're doing this, please rest, you know, like moms.
How
So
sweet. Yeah. I mean, obviously.
yeah, yeah. So I was like, okay, cool. Okay. Thank you very much, Arushi. You made my day. Okay. So I have noted down like a few really good words that I came across. I'm just going to give the words to you. So when you rewatch the video, you can probably pause it and Google these words. Okay. I'll give you 5 words for today. And I'll probably give you 2 to 3 words every class is what I decided from now, because it's important for you to get a little to the next step. Okay.
Yes.
And
Yes.
like try and do other things. Okay. One will be effusive. EFFUSIVE. Okay. The other,
Effusive.
yes, effusive. Another is hypocrisy. You would have come across this word, but
Yes.
try to use it. Okay.
Yes.
Another, hostility. Hostility. Yeah.
Yes.
And obliterated.
Come again.
Obliterated. OBLITERATED.
Obliterated.
Yes. Another, satire.
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 Yeah. Few words. I might have
Heard.
read somewhere, heard it, but I know the meaning of only one word out of 5.
Okay, good. So these are words that you do come across generally. I don't like to use very complicated words because the other person cannot understand otherwise. So, but
Yes.
we'll use some fresh words and synonyms which are generally used. Okay. So I've given you a mix of both negative and positive words. So just try understanding the context. Don't just read the meaning and be like, okay, I understood. Okay. Try using it in a sentence, only then you'll know how to use it. So yeah, just prepare these. Okay. And I talked with one of my friends. You kind of say it very often that I talked to her, I talked to him. I spoke to one of my friends.
Okay. I spoke to my friend. Yes.
Yeah. And another, how do you able to manage? How are you able to manage?
How are you able to manage?
Yeah.
Like
You do a lot of hard work. You work very hard.
you work very hard. Okay.
Yeah. So again, the do, as I've told you before, the do has to, you have to understand the usage of it. Okay. Live and leave. Can you pronounce both for me?
Leave.
Correct. So now it's like time for you to concentrate a lot on how you're pronouncing certain words and sentences, how they're sounding to the other person, the tone. Your tone and expressions and everything are good. Okay. So I wouldn't say that there's too much something that you have to change. Because you're more relaxed than the first class that I met you. You're confident, you're relaxed, you speak your mind out, you take everything, all the changes that I tell you. The grammatical errors haven't improved to a very great extent. The mistakes you make the same mistakes even now. So you have to kind of like put in more effort to understand these 1 or 2 mistakes, See, because if I said I talked with her, and if I say I spoke to her, which sounds better to you?
Okay.
Neat and clean, right? So just that way, you have to concentrate more on refining your language. Okay. And the way it sounds, because yesterday when the video got cut off, that's what I was explaining to you. It's very important how certain words sound, and try to pronounce them well, because the other person wants to hear it.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Like when I say words like relinquish, replenish, rejuvenated, these words themselves give so much of freshness. Okay.
Yeah.
So just try to add that and concentrate.
Yeah. The way you speak, I mean, yes.
Yeah, it does. It does. So these are small parts of communication that people don't usually focus on, because they think it's very silly and you're overdoing it. It's not the point. You have to focus on these tiny details, just like our temples, they're minutely crafted with like carved nicely, all of these temples. Have you seen them? Or if you see the Taj Mahal, how minute the details are, the designs and everything else.
Yes, yes.
It's like that. Language is like that. Okay, so these minute details are something that really help and adds power to your conversation. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll go on with like a bit of the session document today, and I'll continue the rest next class, because I think we're like kind of out of time today. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me about YouTube. Apart from your channel that you run, what do you watch on YouTube, and what exactly do you use it for?
I think I watch almost everything on YouTube whenever I get free time, because I think watching on YouTube means you're always gaining something, or if not, then I think if I am watching English content, I'm learning something from it. So mostly I use English content, and then as I have started investing in stock market, so I watch something regarding that also. So yeah, these are the things. And sometimes I watch videos regarding motivational speech, or some interviews, or talk shows like TEDx, or Josh Talks. So those talks I watch, and I feel motivated, or I feel like wow, how good they talk, or like their stories, their experiences. Those things inspire me a lot, and yeah, these are the things I watch on YouTube.
Instead of how good they talk, how well they speak,
How well they speak.
how
Okay,
well they articulate.
how well they speak, how well they articulate.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yes, it's very nice, especially TEDx. Not only do you learn a lot of things, but you also learn the language. So it's a two-in-one thing. I think it's very good. Even I would prefer it over movies or something entertaining like that, right?
And I think it's interesting also. Sometimes it's just hold your interest till the end, their story, their experiences, their ups and downs in life. So yes.
Okay. And who is your favorite YouTuber? Somebody you thoroughly enjoy and look up to?
Okay, so I enjoy watching Alina Ray's videos. She upload English contents,
She
and
uploads.
she uploads English content, and those are very crystal clear. I never faced difficulty to understand whatever she's saying, because same like you, she just use simple language, but again, this is something really catchy, or
Mhm.
relate to her, or I can connect to her, whatever she is like saying. So that's why I like her. And one of my favorite is, as I have mentioned, I'm interested in stock market. So there is a one YouTuber that is Rachna Ranade. She is from Pune, and she uploads a very interesting content regarding finance, and like how can you save your money, or how can you basic things about stock market, and a lot of content. So of course I watch her channel as well. So yes.
Okay, okay. And when you're watching all these YouTube videos of motivational speeches, are there any of like the topics that you remember or you discuss with your friends and family?
uh No, actually not. I don't discuss these things with anyone, because I don't think everyone would understand or would like my opinion, or whatever I like on YouTube. So I don't usually discuss this with anyone. So regarding stock market, I think I have one colleague, he's also interested in stock market, so we discuss few things about that. Like I
Mhm.
have watched something, or I get to know this thing. So like, do you also relate, or do you also feel that it's fine, or it's good, or it's trendy? So in this way we share our thoughts and opinions. But other than that, no, I don't actually. And there is one more channel on YouTube that is regarding journal writing. So she's so, I mean, she actually create video beautifully. I mean, the way she writes, the way she uses the things or the stationery or
Mm-mm.
I can say in her journals. Those are just amazing.
Alicia?
Hmm?
Alicia?
I'm not
She's
sure the
known
name.
for her journals.
I'm not sure the name. I'm sorry. Actually,
Okay,
I
okay.
do follow her, but now I cannot get her name because she's not Indian. That's why.
Okay, okay, okay. And colleague, okay? Instead of colleague, colleague.
Colleague.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, continue.
So yeah, like these 3 to 4 channels, whenever I feel low, I just watch, specially, or I don't want to learn anything, or I just want to enjoy my time, or just I'm going to sleep and I'm feeling like I should watch something